Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to EOSN, bringing you live coverage of cycling. Wow, I am way hot right now with my levels. Excuse me, I'm going to try to tweak that. There we go, that looks a little bit better. Anyways, joining me as always for our cycling program, we have Laird Olive, my brother, who's kind of helping us out with the cycling stuff today. Laird, welcome again to the channel. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Excited. It's the weekend. So, yeah, that's pretty nice.
Well, Laird, it should be a lot of fun. This race, one of the first races that really tell you what kind of climbers are in shape heading into the big races coming up this, I guess you could say summer. It used to be spring, but now summer. And of course, after this, we've got this weekend worth of racing. Tomorrow, at some point, we were originally going to do it at 11 in the morning, but there has been something that's come up that I have to take care of on a personal note
Yeah,
tomorrow
same here.
morning. So we're going to push that. What do you think of racing tomorrow's Flesh and Flesh Wallon? Wow, I cannot remember how to say
Left
that name.
on.
Yes, Flesh Wallon under the lights, like we are doing the Amstil Gold Race.
We can do that.
All right, so
Um, I've got
book
some
it
work to do on my car tomorrow. I don't know how long it's going to take. So, yeah, it's probably best to do it if we do it around
this time.
evening time.
So book it. 7 o'clock Eastern Time. La Flèche Wallon. And then on Sunday afternoon, we'll have Liège, Bastogne, Liège. And then right after that, we get to start planning for the stage race season. And it kicks off with the Giro d'Italia, the Tour of Italy. 21 stages, 21 days through the beautiful country of Italy. And we'll find out who will win the first coveted prize of the stage race season. But before we get to that, we have to run these next three races. This will tell us who is got their climbing legs ready to go. It's the Amstil Gold Race, kicking off a trio of races, as we mentioned tomorrow. La Flèche Wallon, and then the one that tells you the most, Liège, Bastogne, Liège, on Sunday afternoon. Laird, let's go ahead and talk about the Amstil Gold Race. Here is the profile, and as you can see, it's a lot more up and down than what we have seen the last few couple of weeks.
Yeah, definitely. It used to be even worse, honestly. You go back to the profile there. That last climb, it used to the Koppenberg there. It used to finish at the top of that thing, and that made for some exciting racing. But now they made it a little bit more less, should we say, less predictable. Because back then, what they would do is they would just wait until the bottom of the climb and then let all hell break loose there. So, um, yeah, it should be interesting. Definitely, since they changed the course, it has definitely changed the type of rider that can win this race. It used to be a race where it was guys that if you went well there, you went well at the tour. Not quite anymore. It's not just exclusively GC guys that win this. It's a lot of classic specialists. Like you'll see some of the guys that, um, for example, Philippe Gilbert, the guy that won
Perry
Paris,
Roubaix.
he's won this race three times, I think, and then one time when the World Championships were on this very course, he ended up winning it there. So he's basically the king of that final climb there. So anybody can win this thing.
Listen to these names and tell me what every single one of them has in common. And of course, we've got Romain Bardet, Jakob Fuglsang, Grega Boll, Maximilian Charman, Matthew Vanderpool, Valentin Maquades, Robert Gesink, Enrico Badelgan, Bjorg Lamprecht, going through the lead riders here, Matteo Trentin, Alejandro Valverde, Julian Alaphilippe, Hube Duhan, Michael Kiwatowski, Dries Van Gesten, Bach Mollema, Rui Costa, and Brian Quitard, as well as Zandro Maurice. Most of those names, not all of them, but most of them we will be seeing in the Tour de France,
Um,
competing for spots as well.
I yeah. I'm sorry, but I hate to be a downer on this, but you mentioned a Bjorg Lambrecht. I don't know if you remember, but back
Oh no, yeah. Oh
in
no. That
Yeah.
happened at the Giro d'Italia this last year, didn't it?
No, that was the Tour of Polonia 20. Yeah, it was the Tour of Polonia last year.
So don't mean to put a damper, but tragically that rider did pass away in an accident. He's no longer with us. We will leave him in here as a tribute to him because you never know what could happen. How great would it be if that rider somehow, some way figured out a way to win this Amstel Gold Race? So
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Anyways,
sobering thought there. Sorry about that, everybody.
um, so honestly, you asked me what they have in common. I have no clue. I
Well,
have no clue what they have in
when you listen
common.
to the names Romain Bardet, uh, Alejandro Valverde, Jakob Fuglsang, those are all names that will be at the Tour de France and will be competing for spots.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
So this,
Brian Cocard, you mentioned he's a sprinter. Matthew Van Der Poel, he's never actually been to the Tour de France before, but he's definitely slated as someone that can do very, very well there.
Wout van Aert,
Well, Van Aert, yeah, he's won. He actually won a stage last year.
Robert
Um,
Gesink,
Robert Hessink,
Maxime Monfort.
Maxime Monfort, Max Shankman. I always get him and Emmanuel Bachmann
And
confused.
here's the big one, Julian Alaphilippe. Don't mean to be a spoiler alert, but he will be a huge contender in the Tour de France this year. A huge
Yeah.
contender.
Uh, he came within a breath of winning this race last year. Him and Jakob Fuglsang were playing games in the last kilometer, thinking they weren't going to get caught, and then Matthew Van Der Poel came out of nowhere and just caught them, bringing about 10 other riders with him, and he just launched one of the biggest, craziest moves I've ever seen, and he actually won that.
Absolutely incredible riding that we've seen. I mean, Quickstep with a classic team ride in order to win the Paris-Roubaix. That man, Philippe Gilbert, is also here with a good chance to possibly do something. First, let's go ahead and introduce you to really what this race looks like. As you can see, it's very hilly, it's undulating. There we go. Here is kind of gives you an idea of what it is. As you can see, it is uphill, and it has got some of the who's who of cycling in this picture right here. Laird, let's go ahead and talk about the teams and what their rankings are. So for A, we have Corendon, and Corendon, and AG2R, the teams of Matthew Van Der Poel and Romain Bardet.
Also, you guys in the team, you got
Mitchelton Scott as well, and they are going to be riding, no doubt, for, let me look it up,
Clark.
Matteo Trenton.
Really?
Mitchelton Scott has as their A rider, Matteo
right.
Trenton.
Will Clark went over to education first. That's right. I forgot about that.
B teams, you've got Team Bora. They're going to be riding for Maximilian Shankman. Shankman. Education First. They'll be riding for Simon Clark. Quickstep. They've got two guys that they could really ride for. You've got Philippe Gilbert, who won Paris-Roubaix, and you also have Julian Alaphilippe, who could also make some noise. I would think Alaphilippe, trying to set him up for a Tour de France victory, they're going to be looking at this as a huge race to let you know where he's at.
I'm going to say it right now, I don't think Julian Alaphilippe's going to win the Tour.
Who do you think's going to win it?
I don't know yet. I haven't seen how everyone else is going because this is really the first race where we kind of get a glimpse of that. And I wish we could be doing some of the smaller stage races so we can get an idea. But I don't think Julian Alaphilippe is going to win the Tour.
You know what? Maybe we could figure out a way to do those smaller stage races. Let's you and I talk after the broadcast. Team CC, also a B-rated team. Alessandro De Marchi is who they'll be riding for. Team Astana, of course, riding for Jakob Fuglsang, who I think could make some moves in the Tour de France. You never know. Israeli Cycling Academy.
Yeah. Huh? Fuglsang, he's like a time bomb for the yellow jersey someday. Honestly, I feel like he can win it. He just has to have the right luck, and he just has to stop riding at the back and crashing in the beginning of the race. If he can do
Christian,
that, he could very well end up winning the tour. Hell,
Christian,
maybe
sorry, go ahead.
maybe even this year, and I'm talking about the real tour that's going to happen now in August. No, is it August? Yeah, towards the end of August. Um, with all the crazy stuff going on with the training stuff, maybe he might end up winning this year. You never know.
Christian Sabragali for Israeli Cycling Academy. They're a B-rated team. UAE, another B-rated team. They will be riding for Rui Costa. And then Team Sky, a B-rated team, they'll be riding for Michael Kiwatowski. Dimension Data, Sky's the first C-rated team. Dimension Data is a C-rated team. They'll be riding for Roman Kreuziger. Team Kreuziger, thank you. Team Trek will be riding for Bauke Mollema. FDJ going to be riding for Valentin Marquois. I believe it's Madoa. All these names. Team Jumbo riding for Robert Gessink as a 3. Lotto Sudal.
It's Hessink. Yeah.
Lotto Sudal riding for the late Bjorg Lambrecht. Bahrain Merida riding for Grega Boll. Also in there, you could be talking about Matej Mohoric. Hopefully that's how you say it.
Matej Mohoric.
Yep. Ramput. I can say that right. Ramput riding in there for Hub Dujan. And then Team Katusha, another C team. They will be riding for Enrico Bataglin. Bactaling. Team Sunweb on their shiny giant bicycles. We'll be riding for Michael Matthews, a big name there.
Sunweb rides Velo now, remember?
Oh, that's right.
It's CCC that rides giant.
Okay, so CCC will be doing giant. Vital Concept is our first D-rated team. They will be working for Brian Kokard. Sport Vlaanderen. They'll be working for Dries Van Gesten. Team Wanty. They're going to be out there for Xandro Marus. And Team Movistar working for Alejandro Valverde. Wow, he's an E in this race. Can't believe it. And Team Bardiani. Huh?
It's not hard enough for him. That's why it's an E.
And Enrico Barbin for Team Bardiani. Laird, you ready to get this one started?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm excited to see what happens.
All right, let's go ahead and get the setup to find out where our first group is coming from. All right, so we roll 1D10. Keep an eye on the outside blue, and gonna check real quick. Philip Reynolds joining in, saying can't stay. Just wanted to say, hey, put me in the race. I can do better than these chumps. LOL. You know what? Maybe we should. It would be fun if we had like a real life people game where we just gave them random ratings and stuff. Anyway, big thank you to Philip Reynolds for joining us, and away we go. Breakaway table. It is a 5, so 2d6 worth of racers will begin it. So keep an eye on the outside red. First one, 6. So we got a big group right from the get-go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. Actually, let's move them over one column. Big thank you to Philip Reynolds for joining us in the chat room. No, we can't stay long. Definitely catch this on demand. Outside red is what we're watching. Another 6, so a 12-man breakaway, or a 12-man lead group. I don't think you can really call it a breakaway yet.
No, this is like what happened yesterday. Someone went to the front and started forcing the situation, and now, God, if this is another all-out team performance by somebody, I'm gonna lose it because you can't do that on a race like this. That is impossible.
All right. Well, the first person is going to be from a B-rated team. Keep an eye out on the outside blue. 6, Bora. So Bora's going to send their first person to it. Rolling on the blues. 32 blue. That's going to be Mohoric. Or no, sorry. Jay McCarthy.
No, that's Shankman. 32.
Oh, 32. Sorry, Maximilian Shankman. So, Bora, copy, paste, and Maximilian.
Okay, right, Max, not Maximilian, because no one calls him Maximilian. It's always just Max Shankman.
All right, we'll do.
And
SCH.
his teammate, is he on here? Well, he has a teammate named Emmanuel Bachmann. Everyone just calls him Manny Bachmann.
Okay, good to know. So let's format that so we have the text wrapping. There it is, Max Shankman. He is A. All right, let's find out who the next person is. Keep an eye on the Blues. Oh, 96. This is going to be a team way out there. That is a D-rated team.
Bardiani.
23.
There's only one rider for Bardiani, and that's Enrico Bactolin.
We're not right. It's not Bardiani, though. It's good at 23, so it's Vital Concept. So got to remember, the first roll is to find out what class that team's from. Then you roll on that. So 23, Vital Concept. So we'll find out who this is. Only 3 racers there for Vital Concept. Rolling an 01, and it's going to be Brian Coquard. Thank you. So Vital Concept getting their TV time.
He's more of a sprinter, so I'd be impressed if he's able to stay with this. He's a D, by the way.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about the riders as I input their names, if you would.
Brian, so we'll start with Max Shankman. He came onto the scene when he won the prologue time trial of the 2019 Tour of Basque Country. And he held on to the lead there for quite some time until his teammate, Manny Bachmann, who we were talking about, took over. But he has since then, at first he was known more as just a time trial specialist, but he has since turned into a very good GC rider. He's actually, I believe right now, he's the reigning German national road race champion as well. So he's definitely a good all-around. Now, Brian Coquard, he's definitely more of a sprinter. So I think he might have. He's not a pure sprinter, but he's definitely not. He's not a Caleb Ewan when it comes to sprinting, and he's not a Peter Sagan when it comes to being a sprinter that can climb hills. So it'll be interesting to see what he's capable of doing.
68 on the next part. That is going to be a B team. Wow, the A teams are really taking their time here. So we'll roll on the B chart. 18 on B, that is going to be Dimension Data.
18 on B?
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, sorry. That's another Bora rider. Thank you so much. I was looking at C. So Bora is going to send a teammate to go help Max Shankman out. So we'll see what exactly happens here. So we roll on Bora's chart. 83 on Bora. That will be Patrick Conrad.
Mm-hmm. Patrick Conrad, I believe an Austrian rider. He's a very good workhorse for this team, so it doesn't really surprise me at all that he's up there with their main leader to try to get something going.
He is rated C, so now we'll go ahead and get our next rider. On the blue. 17, it's going to be a A-rated team, and we've got 3 A-rated teams to pick from. Corindon, AG2R, Mitchelton Scott, and it is AG2R. So roll on AG2Rs. That is going to be Romain Bardet.
This is more realistic for him to try to win this race than when he got into the breakaway.
At Milan San Remo, right?
Yeah, he is an A rider, obviously.
Of course, Romain Bardet, one of the guys that we will be talking about when it's Tour de France time.
Possibly. He's kind of hit or miss there. Last year, he didn't do too well in the GC. He ended up winning the King of the Mountains competition. But, yeah.
Next one's going to be from another B team, 87B. That's Israeli Cycling Academy. Paste. Israeli Cycling Academy, 57.
57, that
Ben
would
Hermans.
be Ben Hermans.
Tell us about him.
Okay, Ben Herman's he's the one of the first people that we've talked about that I've actually seen race in person. I saw him when he was on BMC at the Tour of Utah. He ended up finishing second behind Tom Danielson on the Queen stage that year. Very strong climber. He actually won the Tour of Utah last year. Um, very, very good, strong all-rounder. He's definitely not one I'm surprised that's in this group. And he could be our Josh Sutherland for this race. Who knows?
A team 12. It's going to be a nut. This one from Corendon. And that's going to be that's Matthew Vanderpool.
Yep.
So the reigning champion of this race.
Good luck spelling that without looking.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look while you fill us in on who this guy is.
This kid is insane. I mean, right now, he's the reigning cyclocross world champion. He's the reigning mountain bike world champion. And at one point, he almost looked like he was going to win the road race last year. But what happened, it was just a little bit too far. He didn't have quite the endurance for it, and he dropped out. And he got dropped from the lead group with like 10 kilometers to go.
Who is the reigning world champion right now?
It's a Dutch kid that rides for Trek Segafredo, Mads Pedersen. I wonder if he's actually here.
Let me look at that. Trek. No.
He was at the Tour of Flanders.
I'm gonna have to come up with a special thing right here for the like a team placard for the world champion. Since to give you guys an idea, this is what the world champion wears no matter what team he's on every year. The white jersey with the rainbow stripes. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to do that first time he shows up in our little world.
He already showed up. You missed it.
Huh?
You missed it. He was in the breakaway at
Was he?
Or was he?
I don't think he was. I remember his name came up, but I don't think he made the breakaway. Otherwise, I would have thought of doing something. Because what I'm thinking is, what team is he on? He's on Trek?
Yeah.
So maybe I'll do a white background and then Trek with different color letters or something like that.
That'll work.
All right, let's find out who our seventh guy is. 80. So that's another B team. The B team's getting out there and getting it done today.
Well,
19 on B. That's Bora. So Bora working for Max Shankman very beautifully. 79 on Bora. That is
Conrad again.
So we got to roll again. 47 on Bora.
I think that's Jay McCarthy.
Jay McCarthy.
Yeah, Jay McCarthy. So Jay McCarthy, he's kind of a weird hybrid of a rider. He's not a great climber. He's not a great sprinter. He does both of them very, very well. I've seen him win some very, very hilly races. This actually is the type of race that I wouldn't be surprised if he ever wins in real life. He's a very good, like I said, has a very fast finish to him, so he's a good sprinter. He's very, it's just weird to try to like put him in a category because there's not really much of one to put him, or he doesn't really fit into one category.
All right, 43, that's going to be an A team because it's 1 through 50, A, 51 through 80, B, 81 through 95, C, and 96 through 100, D.
They need to get somebody in this. They're the only A team that doesn't have anybody.
51, that is AG2R.
Again.
86 on AG2R, that is Michael Sherrill. Mikkel Sherrill.
Mikkel Sherrill, yeah.
So he will go help Romain Bardet. Tell us about Sherrill.
If I remember correctly, he's a decent time trialist, so he's definitely going to be I'm not going to say that I know for sure he is. I don't know too much about his abilities. He's definitely the type of guy that comes to these races to help out the leaders. I don't think he's got very many wins under his belt.
Moving on.
But he's definitely a solid pro, and he helps out.
73, that is going to be another B rider. Another B team. 55 on B, that is CCC. So we roll on CCC's chart. 78 on CCC, that is Serge
Serge Powell.
Powell's. That's a name we've heard before.
Yeah, he was. I can't remember what team he was on, but I want to say he was actually on the old Radio Shack team at one point. I think he was. Um, definitely is a solid, very very solid rider. Um, I'm trying to remember, like that. He's an E, by the way.
Thank you. All right, let's get number 10. Let's find out who it is. 90. Ooh, this could be a deep team right here. 90. That is a C team. Find out who it is. 54 on C. That is Lotto Sudal. Could it be? Borg Lamprecht is an A if he gets selected. Let's find out what it is. I'm telling you right now, it's Bjorg.
Yep, it's Bjorg Lambrecht. This feels weird. I'm not gonna lie.
What was so great about Bjorg?
Well, so Ian Bernal won the Tour de France this last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before doing that, and what made him the big revelation and got him on everyone's radar is he won a race called the Tour d'Avenir, which is basically the Tour de France for U23 riders. And a lot of guys that have won that have gone on to have great careers. Nairo Quintana won that, obviously. Miguel Angel Lopez, Tadej Pogacar, a lot of guys that win that race end up being really, really solid GC riders. Bjorg Lambrecht finished second to him in that race.
So a very, very promising young rider who we tragically lost way too early. And if anyone related to him is watching this, we definitely we still feel the loss in the sport from that. So he is in the breakaway here in this fictional universe. What would it be like to have him win this race?
I don't know.
68. That is a B team. Wow, the B team's getting after it.
Well, they know they have to because the A teams are on a roll so far in this thing.
Quick Step. Here we go, Laird. Here we go. Quick Step, the team that has been dominating the Pro Tour thus far, who they send in, and that is Julian Alaphilippe. Of course it is.
It's your pick to win the Tour. Have you already made him as your pick to win the Tour?
I think he's got a good chance. I mean, knowing what he actually did in that, got to remember, we're playing with the stats from the Tour de France from last year. And knowing what he did and how close he came to winning it at points, I don't see why he can't.
Maybe in this, maybe. I'm still, I'm going to reserve it until after maybe the Giro or something, right before the Tour, when I get an idea how these work.
And you know, when I play when I've played the Giro, I've done a little bit of the Tour from 2018, and you never know what's going to happen with this game in the stage races. People get hurt, they retire left and right. It is nuts.
It's going to be exciting.
I'm super excited. So Quick Steps, Julian Alaphilippe is an A.
Mitchelton better get in this break. If not,
they could be in trouble.
Big trouble.
They're not gonna. It's another B team. Let's find out who it is. 17 on B. That's another Bora rider. So Bora is going to have Jay McCarthy, Patrick Conrad helping out Max Shankman, excuse me. They're going to send 4 guys into this front group. I think this kind of simulates them controlling the peloton.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Who was it, I wonder?
84 for Bora. Patrick Conrad again, so we're not going to do that. 38 for Bora, that's Shankman. 98. That is Cesar Benedetti. So
don't ask me about him.
Don't know anything about him?
I don't know anything about him.
Ben.
I know he's an F on this.
So he just might be the guy that's like at the front, pulling the pace, and will probably drop out.
That's probably exactly what he's doing here. Bora, oh my gosh. For a B team, they just put themselves in control of this race.
Bora with Peter Sagan won Milan San Remo. Let's show you our results thus far. Bora with Peter Sagan wins Milan San Remo. Joshua Sutherland, with no help from his team, won the Tour de Flanders with a beautiful job. Quick-Step dominated Paris-Roubaix, and that brings us to the Amstil Gold Race. So away we go, Laird. You ready for this one? All right, I got to double check and make sure something here. There's a breakaway. Da, da, da. All right, now we go step 1 through 5. 1 of 5. Alrighty, here we go. First we'll roll on Charbon. 0 through 8 to stay with the group. Keep an eye on the outside of blue. And he's going to make it through.
Oh.
Brian Coquard. He is a D, so he's got a 0 through 5 to stay on there. Outside blue. Oh, he barely hangs on.
Well, that's the type of rider he is. He's not going to have fun on this break.
Patrick Conrad.
Different guys.
Patrick Conrad, 0 through 6. And he's going to hang on. Romain Bardet, 0 through 8. He's on there. Ben Hermans with a 0 through 6. He's going to hang on. Matthew Vanderpool, 0 through 8. Oh, he's going to barely hang on. Jay McCarthy, 0 through 7. He is good to go. Mikel Sherrill, he's a D, so he is a 0 through 5. He's going to hang on. Wow. Serge Powell's with an E. He is a 0 through 4. And he's going to get dropped. So Powell's will not make the jump. Bjorg Lamprecht, 0 through 8. And he's going to hold on. Julian Alaphilippe, 0 through 8. Oh, barely hanging on. And Cesar Benetti, as an F, he is a 0 through 3. He hangs on. How about that?
Well, he was pushing the pace, so he's got a job and he's going to do it.
So he's going to stay up there for Bora a little while longer. Let's see if anyone joins this group as we roll on the latecomers table. 2, it is roll 1d10. 1 through 3 is all add 1 racer to the breakaway. Keep an eye on the outside blue. It's a 1. So we will add 1 racer to this group.
Someone's going to be taking Serge Powell's spot.
26, so that's an A team.
Can Mitchelton Scott please get somebody in this breakaway?
Mitchelton Scott is 71 through 100 on the dice roll in A teams. Here we go. 32. That is going to be Corendon or Corendon. They're going to get a second guy in that group to help out Vanderpool. 56. That is Gianni Vermish.
Yeah.
V-E-R.
No, Corendon is definitely starting to take control of this now.
O-V-E-R-M. E-E-R-S-C-H. Corendon. So now we go to step 2 of 5. See if anyone else. By the way, Gianni is a D. I'm surprised that Bendetti is going to hang on there. Now we go to step 2 of 5.
How many times this year have we seen someone weird surprise us this year?
Every race. 0 through 8 for Shankman. He's in there. Brian Coquard. 0 through, I want to say 6. 0 through 5. And he's dropped.
Ooh.
So that's it for him.
Hold
Patrick Conrad at a Class Z 0 through 6. He's dropped. So now I think this is the breakaway, Laird. Romain Bardet, 0 through 8. He hangs on. Ben Hermans at a C, is a 0 through 6. Is he going to keep up with them? No.
This could be a move here by somebody.
Vanderpool. He hangs on. McCarthy, 0 through 7. He's going to hang on.
Okay, this ain't a move. This is just McCarthy at the front pushing the pace for Shankman because he now knows that Corendon's got another guy in this breakaway and he's trying to shred him of it.
All right, then that's what's happening. Cheryl, 0 through 5. He's going to barely hang on. Bjorg Lamprecht, 0 through 8. Outside blue. He hangs on. Julian Alaphilippe, 0 through 8. He hangs on. Laird, are you able to see the dice roller this time?
Yes.
Okay. 0 through 3 for Cesar Bendetti. He's probably dropped if that is what's happening with McCarthy going to the front to pull this pace. And that's it for Bendetti. So you're right. That's exactly what happened. Now Gianni Vermish trying to help Matthew Vanderpool out.
This
0 through
guy
5.
is the reason why McCarthy's at the front.
0 through 5. And he's going to hang on. They were hoping they could drop him, I bet.
McCarthy didn't do his job right. He ended up dropping his own teammate.
They did do some damage.
2 of his own teammates, actually.
They did some damage there.
To themselves.
But they did some damage to the Peloton if you look at everything going on. But now you got to like the position.
Not they needed to, though.
You got to like the position of Romain Bardet and Matthew Vanderpool.
Vanderpool, definitely, because now he's got a teammate. Oh, and also I did forget that Miguel Sherrill is there, so yeah.
All right, let's
Bardet is definitely looking pretty good.
Outside red for the latecomers. 3. Roll 1 D10, 1 through 7, add 1 racer to the break. So 1 D10, 1 through 7. Here we go, outside blue. And we're going to add 1 to it.
We're just going to keep adding 1 every time, weren't we?
We probably are. Here's the roll. 48, that's going to be an A team. Does Mitchelton Scott finally get in there, Laird? We're looking for numbers 71 through 100 on this next roll.
Pull their heads out.
17, no, it's going to be another Corendon one.
Oh my gosh.
And this is organization by the underdog team of Matthew Vanderpool.
Underdog? No, they're the top favorite.
And Vanderpool's already in there, so we can't move anyone. 60. Gianni Vermish is already in there. Can't move him. Can't move Vanderpool. Come on. 65. That's Gianni. We need to see... Okay, no. We need to see 71, Laird. That's what we're looking for. Nope. 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 No. My goodness. Finally, 71. That is going to be... Marcel Meeson.
Yep.
So Corendon now with the third guy in there. The question is he going to hang on there? Because he's not the strongest rider. They may actually send him to the front to challenge McCarthy. Wouldn't you say so?
Probably.
This might be one turn and done for him.
It might be. Bora had control, and they just, by being greedy, they just made a huge mistake. They dropped 2 of the 4 team riders they had, and now they've let Corendon just take control of this race again.
Well, make no mistake, this race is not like Milan-San Remo. It's not like Paris-Roubaix. It's not like any race we've seen before where you expect a team to lead out a guy to the finish like what we've seen. You expect to see a breakaway of maybe 4 or 5 riders make it to the finish from different teams and those guys sprint. What I predict will happen, I think eventually we're going to come down with a group with just Shankman, Bardet, Vanderpool, Lambrecht, and Alaphilippe. I bet everybody else is gone in the next 2 turns. Here we go. 0 through 8 for Shankman. Outside blue. He hangs on. Romain Bardet, same thing, 0 through 8. He's going to hang on. Matthew Vanderpool. Basically, the only thing that's going to eliminate the A guys is a 9. And he hangs on. Jay McCarthy. See if they drop him. He's 0 through 7. He's going to hang on. Mikel Sherrill at a D. He is a 0 through 5. If he can hang on, that'd be huge, but he's not going to.
This has got to be Corendon pushing the pace up.
Bjorg,
people up.
Bjorg Lamprecht, 0 through 8. He's in there. Julian Alaphilippe, 0 through 8. He's going to hang on. Gianni Vermisch. At a D, he is 0 through 5. He hangs on. And Marcel Meeson, you said he probably went straight to the front, right?
Yeah, he's probably going straight to the front, and you got rid of Marcel.
0 through 5, and he's out. He's going to hang on, so he's going to hang on and do more damage. How about that?
You sure it's going to be such a small group now, Elon?
Maybe. We'll find out. I do think this group is getting down the road and that no one is going to catch them.
Oh, yeah.
So this is probably your breakaway, but I still think in the next turn we're going to lose someone that is not up to snuff. I think only A's and B's are going to make it to the end. Let's go ahead and find out if there's a late comer here at the end of turn 3. Roll is a 5. Add 1d6 minus 1 worth of racers.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, boy. All right, keep an eye on the outside red. We're adding 3 more. 3 more coming to this group. Coming from the peloton, joining this group. Does Mitchelton Scott make their move here? It is going to be an A team. Let's find out. It's an A team. Bora and Corendon already have their guys working hard. 34. It is Corendon. Can anyone else go? They've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've got 5.
Yeah.
So we've got Vanderpool. We've seen Vermisch. So it's DeVolder and Jansen. So 85 is the least we can take.
Did that one for a while.
85. Okay, I saw that. I saw it,
yeah.
Jimmy Jansen's. So Corendon trying to get their teammate to the finish line. What?
I just can't believe Mitchelton is missing out on this.
Well, they still got 2 more chances.
Jensen's is an F, by the way.
So he may be one and done. It would not surprise me in this next turn if we see Meeson and Jansen's both drop out the back.
Well, it's because Corendon is probably going to go to the front. And they're going to push this as hard as they can to see if they can drop any of the help that see if they can drop McCarthy, and they're not going to care who they drop as long as there's at least Vanderpool's up there with them.
Another A team. And guess what? It is going to be Mitchelton Scott getting someone into the group.
Finally.
Maybe this was the chance. Maybe they wanted to let people just kind of tire themselves out. 38, that is Matteo Trentin.
Mm-hmm. Matteo Trentin.
Ow.
Matteo Trentin, former European Continental Road Race champion. He's won, I want to say he's won like 3 stages of the tour. He's very, very versatile, he's definitely really good at almost everything. Not good enough to win something like the Tour de France. He's not, when it comes to the high mountains, he can't stay with the best of them. But this is a race that fits him pretty well.
85, so our final rider is going to come from a C team. Let's find out who it is. 41 on C, that is Jumbo. Let's see who it is. 28 on Jumbo, that is Robert, say his name. Hessink. Robert Hessink is coming in to join the group. Robert.
He's a C, by the way.
So a chance to hang on. All right, now we'll go to step. So I read something wrong. We are supposed to do all 5 and then the sprint. Whoever's left after the 5th is who competes for the sprint.
See, that's
So
what I was always thinking, but
yeah,
I never.
so I did that
I
wrong.
never played this.
All right, Max Shankman, 0 through 8. He's gonna hang on. Roman Bardet, 0 through 8. He's gonna hang on. Matthew Vanderpool, 0 through 8. Ooh, hanging on by the skin of his teeth. Jay McCarthy, 0 through 7.
Because McCarthy's probably doing a last stand.
He's
And
still there.
staying on.
No problem. Bjorg Lamprecht, 0 through 8. He's going to hang on. Julian Alaphilippe, 0 through 8. He hangs on, no problem. You get the feeling he just might have something at the end there.
Well, obviously.
Gianni Vermeesh, 0 through 5. He's off the back. I wonder if Corendon's team is going to slowly start peeling away. Marcel
McCarthy
Meeson.
realizes he's better than all the other helpers
He's
that
out.
Vanderpool's got. So he's at the front trying to shred this thing.
Jimmy Jansen's only a 0 through 3 chance. He's out.
So just like that, Jay McCarthy has eliminated any advantage that Vanderpool had.
Trenton, he hangs on. Gessink as a C, he's 0 through 6. Hang on there, Robert. Yes! This is a who's who of climbing right here. Power climbing. Come on, give me that, Laird. Only 8 men left.
Do you have anybody actually?
I think this is a breakaway, Laird.
Oh yeah, this is definitely the breakaway. I mean, there's only one guy with a teammate. This is the breakaway. This is a breakaway.
So Jay McCarthy held out the front, and then Shankman said, "All right, boys, it's time to go." Response by Bardet, Vanderpool, Lambrecht, Alaphilippe, Trenton, and Gessink. And somehow, some way, McCarthy hangs on there as well.
Well, he saw that too many guys were coming along with him, and he's like, okay, I need to get up there to give us the advantage once again.
Coming into the final kilometers. Let's see. Oh, no, we aren't done with 4 yet. We have to see if there's any latecomers. Keep an eye on the outside. Red.
Do we have anybody watching right now?
3. We never worry about live viewers. We just do this for fun. People can watch it on demand, which if you are watching this on demand, give us a like and a subscription. We're going to have a lot more cycling to come. Also, I went ahead and got a play game today. I went ahead and got Fury Football. I'm excited to try that. I'm going to try that out on my table right after this. Hoping to maybe do next football season just with Fury Football. I got 24 teams for less than $40, and I think I've got the hang of the game down. I'm going to play a few games in the off season before we do it, but I think that's how we're going to do it. Who knows? We may even do the rest of our playoffs that way. I like it because it's not stat driven and anything can happen. All right, back to this one.
We need to find out if there's someone.
Yeah. So we rolled a 3, so it's roll 1d7, 1d10, 1 through 7. You add 1 rider. So outside blue, 1 through 7. It's a 7, so we will add 1 rider. Is it going to be a teammate of someone already there, or is it going to be a new wrinkle in the program? I would love to see a Movistar rider come up right about now, but it's going to be a team. Let's see. A teams. We roll 62. That is going to be an AG2R rider.
Interesting.
So they're going to send help to Roman Bardet. He's already there, so we can't do that. 46. Oliver Nason.
Didn't we see him at the Tour of Flanders?
We did. He came in early. Now today he's coming in late to help out his lead rider. N.
Z rider.
A. E. S-E-N. He is a what?
C rider.
Okay. All right. Now we enter step 5 of 5. And I think after this step, no one else can bridge the gap here. This is the final push to see who's going to make it to the line and who's not. Here we go. Shankman, 0 through 8. He's in there. Not a problem. Bardet, 0 through 8. He's in there. Vanderpool, 0 through 8. Oh, wow! Matthew Vanderpool's been dropped! Matthew Vanderpool has cracked!
It worked. Nason, as soon as he got to this group, went straight to the front, and I was wondering what's going to happen here since he lost all of his support. And now this is why Nason is here. This is huge. This just opened this well, not really huge because he had the advantage, but now since he's dropped, they went from being on top of the world to completely getting put back down in the dirt.
To think there was almost every one of their team was in the front to help him out. He goes on the breakaway and he can't keep up with the speed. Jay McCarthy, 0 through 7. He hangs on. Bjorg Lamprecht, 0 through 8. And he's dropped. That's it for him. Julian Alaphilippe, so he's cracked, 0 through 8. He hangs on. Matteo Trentin, 0 through 8. He hangs on. Robert Hessink at a C. He is 0 through 6. He's gone. Oliver Nason, he might have done his job, so if he drops, that's fine. But he won't. He's going to stay with them. And just like that, Romain Bardet looks like he is expertly placed.
But so is Max Shankman with Jay McCarthy. He's got the big advantage because Jay McCarthy, I believe, is a better leadout. Can give him a better leadout than Nason can give Bardet, especially since Shankman also has a better sprint than Bardet in the first place. But don't count out Julian Alaphilippe, even though he's on his own. Julian Alaphilippe and Matteo Trentin, I think, have the fastest sprints in this group here.
We started with 12 people in the first grouping, and now we have 6. Here they come. They round through the final kilometer. It will be opened by Max Shankman. Keep an eye on the reds. The roll. It's a 22 for Max Shankman. Romain Bardet, he responds and shoots out to the lead. Romain Bardet, currently in the lead of the Amstil Gold Race in the final kilometers. Jay McCarthy. He will respond hugely. He's got, this could be big. Jay McCarthy now in the lead. Right now, Max Shankman, as it sits right now, would not be able to beat Jay McCarthy because he's in last. Julian Alaphilippe, it's going to be very difficult to beat him. And he is now in last. Julian Alaphilippe.
That puts Max Shankman in a position to win this race if he stays on McCarthy's wheel and sprints it with Trentin.
Matteo Trentin, 55. He is barely just outside that. It's up to Oliver Nason. Can he bring in Romain Bardet? Let's find out. No! It is going to be Jay McCarthy with the fastest sprint. Laird, I'm almost half tempted to give it to him. Wow.
That would be kind of believable because McCarthy... I think McCarthy won.
I think McCarthy won. I think we need to revisit our lead-out rules or whatever because it's not fair that Shankman rolls a 22 and he's able to benefit off of a 56 of a teammate. I think Shankman just...
Gives you a 10-point bump? How about a teammate gives you a 10-point bump? How's that?
Okay, yeah, I like that. So that puts him at 32 and Bardet at 55.
That means Bardet got second by 1 freaking point.
Yep. I like that. How about a 5-point bump? A teammate, you get a 5-point bump per teammate, or 2-point bump per teammate.
No, because
here's what I'm thinking. Because in the big races where you have a lead-out train, it's more likely you're going to get that. Yeah.
How about 5 instead of 2?
5, so that'll take him back to 22 plus 5, 27. But what if he had like 2 other teammates there then? See what I mean? I don't think 5 is
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so
you're the expert on this.
Let's go
but
20.
I don't care
let's
what you say. Jay McCarthy just won the Amstil Gold Race.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
This is very realistic in real life. Didn't I say that this was the type of race that he could end up winning someday?
You did. You absolutely did it. And Jay McCarthy comes in first. Let's sort it all out. Jay McCarthy, Matteo Trenton, Oliver Nason, your podium here in Amstel Gold Race. Romain Bardet in fourth. Max Shankman did not have what he needed. He is in fifth. And a Julian Alaphilippe just got left at the banner.
He worked too hard. He didn't have his teammate.
Jay McCarthy wins the Amstel Gold Race.
They need to rethink their team structure since Jay McCarthy just won this race after working for Shankman the whole freaking time. Because wasn't he in the breakaway from the get-go?
Pretty much from the get-go. I still can't get it over Corendon. They had four guys in there, and just Vanderpool just kind of pittered out, is what it feels like.
Bora was a B team too.
They were a bit of a surprise. Hang on one second. Mindy, my wife is calling me. Give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that. Anyways, Jay McCarthy, winner of the Amstel Gold Race. Tomorrow we have Flèche Wallonne, and that will be another fun one like this one. But congratulations, Jay McCarthy, your winner of the 2020 Amstel Gold Race. Laird, final thoughts before we call it a broadcast.
That was awesome. Jay McCarthy winning that, like I said, that made that sprint pretty exciting. And then Corendon, the drama with that for a second I thought, oh crap, here we go again with another team performance, dominating it by an A team, and then they just not only did they pit her out. When you expect someone to pit her out, you at least have their leader to stay with it till the final. But their own leader getting dropped and not even to stay there, that was something I'd never seen before. I mean, the entire team sacrificed themselves to get him in that position, and he let them down. Guarantee you, tomorrow we're not going to see Vanderpool in the mix. That tomorrow's race is totally different. Tomorrow's race, it's not going to be, oh, there's a breakaway towards the end. Tomorrow's race is going to be, we're going to watch people drop off, but it's going to end in a big field sprint, but it's going to be an all uphill field sprint because that's how it always is at Flèche Wallonne.
I cannot wait. Flèche Wallonne and Liège-Bastogne-Liège, that is the double that the climbers go for. Laird, it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's say tomorrow night, 5 o'clock my time, so 7 o'clock Eastern time, 6 o'clock your time. What do you say we put that in stone right there?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right, well, that's going to do it. Congratulations to Jay McCarthy, winner of the 2020 Fictional Cycling Amstel Gold Race. We'll have Flèche Wallonne tomorrow night, and then the Liège-Bastogne-Liège next on Sunday, and then a week from tomorrow, Stage 1 of the Giro d'Italia, the first of the big Grand Tours. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Elon Olf. On behalf of my broadcast partner, Laird Olf, we'll see you next time. Thank you so much, and take care.